Hello and welcome to another episode of Nolo Time. My name is Ovid Velez, and this is, I guess Joel Young is frozen on the other end. Hello, Joel Young. Hello. 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 We will be right back. Hey, are we good?
I think so.
Welcome to another episode of Nolo Time, the Galactic Star Cruiser of podcasts. My name, so realize, and with me, the most interesting man in the world, Joel Young.
Well, I hope we're not like the Galactic Star Cruiser after all of this last week. I can't wait to talk about it, man.
Kicking off with this video probably being deleted by me, by the owner.
I see what you did there.
We will get into the juiciness here in a second. What's up, dude? How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing great, man. You know, we are having the festive time of the year, like I mentioned last week. So yeah, very hyped for Spider-Man coming out. Obviously, I think I mentioned it last week, but I am going through and watching the Maguire films. I finished those out. And now I'm at the Garfield ones. So I'm going to be watching those now. And then, if I have time, I'm going to hopefully be able to get through also the two Tom Holland ones.
Nice. So after rewatching Spider-Man 3, thoughts?
You know, it's very profound. Like, there's a lot of really good, like, like the forgiveness and all that stuff that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
personally like. It touched my heart like as a young man watching it, and as I watch it now, it still hits me in a really profound way. But I'm not gonna lie, the some of the silly stuff actually stood out more. Well, I know for some people it's suppressed. It actually stood out more to me right now, but it wasn't in a way like it bothered me because I actually would say that like the stuff that was being done, like it was shown in a negative light. So for that reason, like I was okay because it was like people were like, oh, that's not Spider Man. That's not Spider Man. That's the point. Like the things he's doing is not Spider Man. The things that's going on, like the dancing and the
yeah.
emo hair and all that, like he's being the opposite of who he actually his authentic self is.
And I
So
think
I
that,
laugh at it in a comedic way, but
yeah,
like in a good comedic way, if that makes sense.
and I think that was part of the story, right? Is like
Yeah.
showing like he was the polar opposite, like that thing, right? It was like he was always been like a humble
Yeah.
guy, shy kind of guy, and this thing
Yeah.
like brought out the worst in him.
Yeah.
Um, I guess that was the sort of like the messaging behind that, and I could agree. Like I have, like again, I haven't watched it in a very long time, but I'm guessing the dancing and the it's so good and this all
Yeah.
this stuff will probably like stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's not like, oh my goodness, this movie is terrible. Like I don't feel that way. In fact, I felt the opposite. Like I'm sitting there watching all of these movies leading up to the third one, and I'm like, everybody is such like their talent level, the people that the acting talent, the involvement and just the way these people brought the characters to life.
yep,
I don't mean to sound like the old man yelling at the sky, but it's like I don't see that same type of passion brought to acting like the way I feel like it was. Like these people really like obviously J.K. Simmons, I'm so glad he's back. Like his J.
yeah.
Jonah is just absolutely perfect. Like there's nothing I would change about. Like
Oh yeah,
absolutely perfect.
he's always
You
been spot
know,
on with that character, dude. Yeah, it's
spot
crazy.
on.
Yeah,
Like Kristen Dunst, Mary Jane, perfect, bro. She's like spot on, Mary Jane. James Franco playing here, it's just incredible as I go through the villains, like everybody was so involved. I actually appreciate it.
oh, by the way, a Game Awards is going on
Game
right now,
Awards,
so they're going to show the Suicide Squad game, I guess. They
Amanda
were
Waller,
gonna,
right?
yeah, I guess they're gonna show gameplay. So stand by for that. But yeah, I would think that some of those things will stand out, and the whole like Topher Grace is like help me kill Spider Man. It's like they have
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's a little over the top in some areas, and I can see that. Like even like again, haven't watched it in a very long time, but like looking back, I can tell that that's some of the problems that the movie had. So yeah,
yeah. But now, now I'm gonna get into the Garfield ones. I have not watched those in a long time. I saw the second one, I think, only two times. One time in the theater, one time outside of it. And the first one, I think I've maybe only seen two times as well. So this would be a nice revisiting. I know the first one I was okay with, but the second one was where I really just completely
like
fell
lost
off the
it.
train,
Yeah.
and obviously it worked out okay because we're good. But I have to say, like as I've let that even those movies simmer and as I think about them, um I didn't like Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Spider-Man, but I think Andrew Garfield is a very talented actor. I think he's
Oh
a very
yeah,
good actor. And
I
I
agree.
just feel like he suffers from almost like the same kind of thing that like Elizabeth Olsen did with Age of Ultron versus like when you get her with the Russo brothers, like playing Scarlet Witch. Like you take somebody who can bring emotion and bring this a different side to this character, and he brought a lot of emotion to Spider-Man in a different way. But like I feel like the directors just didn't understand how to hone it properly. And I feel like if he has a cameo in this new movie, I really hope it all works out the way I'm expecting.
Yep.
I feel like it will be like a breath of fresh life and actually make you want to see more of him in a good way, like a refreshing. So we'll see, man. I mean, movie comes out next week. I'll be continuing on this journey
Yeah.
right up until the end.
Cool. Yeah. I really really hope that I can make it that Saturday. So
Yeah.
we'll see. If not, I'll make my way out and and find a way to watch it. So
I
uh,
mean, our goal is to record on Wednesday next week, guys
yeah,
and gals. Hopefully, we'll be able to record it on Wednesday before we see the movie, so that we can the following episode, which will be gosh, when we come back from Christmas break, uh,
yeah,
that will be fun.
yep. Joe, this game, I told you that it didn't move my needle when
Yeah.
based on the trailers. It looks alright. Looks alright. Like I'm
Okay.
not. Yeah, it doesn't. It seems like it plays well, which is like rock steady, right? That's their thing. It always plays well. So yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. Like the problem that I still have is that I it's characters that I'm not attached to by any means, and I think that's the bigger problem here. Is just this Suicide Squad characters that I just don't
Yeah,
like.
I will
So
say though, Suicide Squad in a game though, like it's a smart move because at least each of their abilities are going to be different. It's not like
hmm
I'm big, strong man, I punch. Like I could say Boomerang throws a boomerang. Shark eats a guy. Like it's
yeah,
as long as they use the abilities right, it should be okay.
yep. Speaking of, I started playing Guardians. Game's real good, dude. It's real good. Yeah. So um, all right. So very interesting. I got the PS5 version, of course. The one that says PS5 on it, because of course there's the PS4 version that I guess you can upgrade. But you know, um, if if you turn on the ray tracing, it's not good because the frame rate, it drops to 30 FPS, and the frame pacing is really bad. So performance mode all the way, and it's butter smooth. So and even with that, in some areas it just hitches. So, but no, it looks good. Good looking game, plays well, controls well, very well written. I'm only like 2 hours in, so I'm still like in the tutorial area, like, and I'm still
Yeah.
like there, right? Um, but it's cool. Like, you you're very weak. Like, the weapons that the Star Lord has is they're super weak at the beginning of the game, so it's just not. Uh, he takes like a million bullets or blasts to kill like a little like alien thingy. Um, but then after that, right? And this is where the game gets really interesting because that's not the point of the game. The point of the game is not to use Star Lord and start blasting everything. It's to
Right.
use the team as a complement to your weapons, and that's when it starts like, oh yeah, this is good. So that's when it starts growing. So it starts in paces. I just made it to the first area where you can basically use everyone in battle, and that was very good. That was like crazy, and it has like a huddle thing that's really cool. Where like if the rest of the team are like low in health, they have like a huddle mode. It's like, all right, so guys, what are we gonna do? And then it gives you choices. So it's like power up, defense up. That you can or like a strategy thing. Like it gives you multiple options on what to do depending on the battle, and that's cool. That's like, oh, that's very interesting how they're doing it, and I like it. Very different, and again, looks good, well written, controls well. I'm in. It's really good. It's
It's awesome.
surprisingly good. So
That's awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I know that I was on the fence on it. You said you were gonna get it, and I ended up getting it. You
And you
haven't
ended up
gotten it
being the
yet.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's good. It's worth it. It's worth it.
No, I'll be picking it up eventually for sure.
Yeah, it's still. I think it's still 40 at Best Buy.
Fantastic.
So it's still on sale. Other than that, I started watching. I'm 5 episodes into JoJo because that came out
Oh
last week.
yeah.
And I forgot to talk about it last week because I think last week I only watched like one episode. So I'm about 5 episodes in, and it's good. It's JoJo. Every time which each installment it gets crazier. So that's expected. So all right. So I mean, it's no secret. And we've said it before that we're in Florida, right?
Yep.
So I, if I'm not wrong, Uh, this JoJo Part 6 was written. I think it was late '90s, early 2000s. I think it was like '99 to like 2002, something like that. But it takes place in 2011, so it takes place in the future in Florida. So it's very interesting to see a um to see a Japanese man's interpretation of Florida
That's yeah,
uh
it's unique.
in in the future when they're writing in the past, right? So um it's very interesting. So
Mm.
it, it's weird.
Would you say that you could see that being a possibility? What's being shown?
Nah, it's too over the top.
It's
Like
too over the
even for
top.
Florida, like even for Florida, it's too over the top.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So, Joel, give me 1 second here.
of course.
Joel, can we take a quick break and now we'll be right back?
Absolutely.
Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Just give us a quick minute and we'll be right back. And we're back. So yeah, yeah, JoJo crazy. Looking forward to finishing it. I haven't watched any more Cowboy Bebop, Joel, but I don't know if you saw the news today.
Canceled.
Cancelled. So I'll finish that, and I guess that'll be it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm at episode 6 now, I want to
Oh,
say.
okay.
So almost done
I think
already.
I'm at 4 or something. So
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunate. Because it could that's the kind of
Yeah.
show that could
Yeah.
grow, right?
Yes.
You learn from season 1, season 2, you grow and you build it better. And unfortunate. So um, I guess it was like too expensive for Netflix because it's an expensive show. You can tell.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, I'm wondering if that played a part on it. So yeah, very interesting. So we'll see. Um, there's a few things. You want to talk Hawkeye real quick? Because
Yeah, Hawkeye would be a good way to start it off
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
we can breeze through that. I mean,
yeah. Because
the
there's
biggest
a
thing that happened, we're gonna talk spoilers for a second, guys.
yeah, and
But the biggest
there's
thing
a
is
few
that end.
things that happened at the Game Awards that we want to talk about, and then there's the
Yeah.
we'll probably leave that for the end because it's probably
A
gonna be
little
an
fun.
extended rant.
Oof. Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, another very good episode. I think that every episode has been very good, and I, I very. This is probably the most. Um, I want to say cohesive of all the Marvel shows so far. Because Loki was right. Um, and One Division was to some extent, but then a little fell it fell apart a little bit with the with Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But this one feels really cohesive, and the pacing is better. It's their learning,
Yeah.
right? It's
I
again,
agree.
it's the Cowboy Bebop. Why you cancel it when you can grow from it and make it better?
I
So
think
this
it's the
is
fans didn't like it though in that situation though.
yeah, well, yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things that you can tell that the not only Kevin Feige as a as someone doing TV now um, is growing, but also the team that he put together to put the show together is you can tell that they know what they're doing, and
100%.
yeah, it's very good. I really like it, man. I was not expecting it to like it as much as I do.
Yep.
Because I was expecting this to be like a filler thing between Black Widow and whatever's next, but so far this is better than Black Widow. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
crazy, yeah. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, and this episode being, I guess the connection
Yeah.
to that end credit sequence that we got in Black Widow, so that came into play in this episode. But yeah, take it away, man.
So many great moments, but also what I appreciate about this series is that we've joked before about like what really is a Christmas movie or a Christmas, thing, whatever, right? And like this genuinely still is a Christmas show because like the fact that they took a moment in the middle of this to stop and put on ugly Christmas sweaters and but yet still like he's still training her like this is how you throw the coin to like take out the TV or
Yeah,
whatever and him being honest and telling her just a little small glimpse into how the best shot is a shot he never took, which was Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow, and like, dude needs therapy, and she's kind of being his therapist right now, Kate
yeah.
Bishop. Um,
He's still
I
carrying
just
that guilt from Endgame. Yeah,
right, and I appreciate that it's not overwhelming where the show's like this depressing show, but it's also not like, yeah, sure, he killed some people, whatever. Let's go, beat up some bad guys and be holly and jolly. Like there's a good balance of both fun and serious drama in this series that I appreciate. The revelation of course, Mr. Fiance is in it with the tracksuits people, very clear, very obvious. That's no surprise to any of us. The guy was not going to be clean. The mom is obviously not going to be that clean either. We,
yeah.
we could
Oh, I
definitely
think
tell
so.
that.
Yeah,
I mean, she
yeah,
was threatening Hawkeye. She wasn't just saying like protect my kid. she was like, "You don't want to get involved in this." Also,
No, yeah. You can tell that she knows something
yeah,
more.
yeah.
Um,
She runs a
yeah.
business all about security. She's not dumb.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. What about the them actually finding Maya's apartment, and
Yeah.
it's like they did not expect her to be there because what's in the watch, right? That's now I'm intrigued with that, and and what's up with wife, right? Because it seems like the wife knows what's up too.
Oh, so
Like
theories are she's Mockingbird. That they completely undid the whole Agents of Shield thing,
oh,
and that she's Mockingbird. Yeah,
okay,
Laura. Yeah.
okay,
I mean, because she's speaking foreign languages and all. Like,
yeah, German and
yeah.
yeah,
So it would be pretty dope, like if they pull her into the mix as an actual agent.
yeah. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I was like, oh yeah, something's up.
The
So
kids know too. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. The kids kind of know.
Yeah, kids know.
Kids know, kind of know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very, very good, very good, very, very well done. Again, everything, stunt work, top notch, very good.
Yelena, that fight sequence is
Yeah, the fight sequence
fantastic.
was
The
really
four of
good.
them going at it,
Yeah,
Um, clearly, uh, and you see like he's emotional, like when he's like now an assassin's involved in all of this, like
yeah,
he doesn't know that Yelena's actually been set free of obviously what we know in in the Black Widow movies.
correct.
He thinks she's still under like kill orders, kind of
Mm-hmm.
that project. But he's like, now this thing's escalated to a place I can't just escape. Like I've got an assassin after us.
Yeah,
Like this is gonna be, and they have
you
my
gotta
family's
go.
names. Like I gotta end this
Mm-hmm.
because my family's involved.
Yeah.
But no, like I totally expect next episode, which is the episode before the finale. I expect next episode to have Kingpin. Like early predictions right now, guys. Kingpin will be in the next episode.
Okay.
Take it to the bank.
Interesting. All right. So it's yeah. What's the thing goes back right? It's like what's in the watch. So the watch has to have some like secret, not necessarily Avengers, but something that connects back to Black Widow. Because of the way that he's been looking for it, and I guess that the watch was found in the ruins of the Avenger compound, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe it was something that Natasha had that she left in the compound, and
Who
he's
bought
looking
the
for it.
tower, man?
Oh, the Avengers Tower,
Yeah, I mean, is it Oscorp? Is it
Kang.
Kang?
Is it yeah
Is it
Kingpin?
the Baxter building now?
Yeah, it's
We'll
yeah.
find
We'll
out.
find out. Yeah. Very good, man. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I can't wait to see what the rest is. And yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Where do you want to start? Okay.
Oh man.
Let's start with that Sonic trailer that just came out for the for Sonic 2 at the Game Awards, and we're talking how unexpected this whole Sonic movie thing has been because the movie the first trailer came out and everyone we all it was a collective I guess scream of horror and
Yes.
and they fixed it and the movie was great. I think the movie was
Fantastic.
really good. So
Yeah.
now go back with them having the time to actually work out the kinks of how Sonic looks and making a second movie. Bro, this movie looks really good. This movie looks really good. Um, yeah, this looks like it's going 100% like Sonic Adventure almost.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, very good stuff. Um, can't wait for the movie April 8th. So not too far. I mean, what comes out in April?
Oh my goodness.
I think that was supposed to be
I'm
Doctor
missing.
Strange, and I got pushed. So
No, Doctor Strange was March. I think that's like May now.
okay.
But it might be, is it John Wick?
Oh, it's fine. So
Something like that.
it'll do okay against
No, it will
John
do
Wick.
fine.
Yeah,
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 it'll do fine.
yeah. Cool, cool. Yeah. Can't wait. This trailer was really good. Seeing Knuckles was cool. seeing like full on Robotnik being Robotnik in this one, because
Jim
like
Carrey's great.
and we got Robotnik on the first one, right?
Yes.
But like this is like Robotnik now, and like this is like Doctor Eggman Robotnik, and
Yes.
it's awesome, dude.
Love it.
It's I'm very much looking forward to this movie actually. So
Same.
very very good
This
stuff.
is an opening weekend movie for me. Like I'm that excited to
It's
see this,
yeah,
man.
it's cool.
I'll go out and see it because it's gonna be. I'll see. I saw the first one in theaters, but it was more of like a, hey, this is one of those things that I've got time and it's out there, and I've got that AMC pass, so sure.
You didn't go expecting
Um,
much anyway, and then
no, and
came
then
out
I
surprised.
left and
Yeah,
I loved that movie, bro.
yeah,
Absolutely loved it. So like expectations are actually very high for this because even the trailer, even the second trailer looks better than I even thought for the sequel.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The trailer looks better than what I even thought the sequel would look like. So
Yep.
I don't know, man. They're going for it. I love this.
Yeah, it's very good.
This makes me now I'm like, man, what's gonna happen with this Mario movie? Like, you can't be bad. Like when
No.
like Sonic's like amazing, a masterpiece over here.
Yeah, and then you saw the voice actor for Tails is the lady
Same
that played Tails all through
2013
Sonic
or
Boom and Sonic Lost Worlds
yeah,
and the more recent games. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah, very very cool. Um, just going into Sonic 2 because at the Game Awards we got a full reveal of the next, not a full reveal, but a reveal of the title for the next Sonic game, Sonic Frontiers, and I guess some sort of concept trailer that they're showing, and it seems to be an open world Sonic game. So
Mm.
that's also very interesting, where you won't have the structure of levels and just going into this whole open world concept thing that they have going on. Games coming out for everything, so if it's coming out for the Switch, it's probably not going to be anything that's going to be too intense like
Yeah.
Horizon. But at the same time, uh, the Breath of the Wild's on the Switch, so
And it
depending on
looks
the art style,
breathtaking.
yeah, depending on the art style, they may be able to pull it off on the Switch. But yeah, that's interesting. And again, you played through the Bowser's Fury thing, right?
I did.
Yeah. So I think that Bowser's Fury is more than likely a concept for an open world Mario,
Hmm.
and I think Sega saw that as an opportunity for them to go. It's like, wait, we already have a team that do open world, and let's go ahead and try and make this happen. So uh, yeah, I mean, if it has the right mobility, for the platforming, right? Because that has been the problem with with 3D Sonic games. Is that the mobility is just jank, and even I mean, the last Sonic game that I played was Lost World, and I played it on PC, and that was a Wii U exclusive, and then they ported it to PC. So I played it at 60 frames, and it was perfect. But still, the mobility was a little jank. So if they get the mobility right, this could be a great game. And of course, you need the proper level design, but it's interesting. So we'll see.
Agreed.
Yep. Let's see. Persona 4 Ultimax coming out. PS4, PC, and Switch. Freaking finally. Best fighting game of the PS3 is coming out. Yeah, the game's really good. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna get it again on PS4. I was wanting to play it a few weeks ago. I was like, man, I kind of want to play Ultimax, but I don't want to turn on to my PS3. And also, I don't know if you've seen the price on that game right now for a PS3. It's like $150.
Wow.
Yep. So
Yeah.
that
So
it's
it's not a matter of just powering it up. Now it's a matter of
correct.
getting
It
a
was
copy that's for
yeah.
cheap.
It was free
Can't
on
do it.
PS Plus 1 month for
I'm pretty
PS3.
sure I nabbed that.
Yeah. But the problem is that's on PS3. So, um, yeah, having an updated version with better load times and the full lobby again like they had on the PS3 version, because this 360 version was missing stuff. It was missing like the lobbies, and it was missing a few things. Um, having it with a proper lobby, like Dragon Ball and you know, all the other ArcSys games, that would make sense. So I may grab it. I don't think this is gonna be like a full price game. This may be like a $30 release. I don't even know if they're gonna be doing a physical release of it, but it's good that's available and it's gonna be out there and people can play it and they can play it on PC. Because that game's still trapped on. That's one of the better games of that generation. I was gonna say last generation, but of that generation. Um, it's you know it was very good. It came out very late, right? The PS4 was already out when that game came out, but it was very good, and you know it was trapped in the PS3 360 era. I think it may be backwards compatible. I think with Xbox One. I don't know if it's backwards compatible with Series S, but uh, I mean, if someone out there wants to correct us, they can let us know. But yeah,
See, this comes back to my like not to change subjects, but like when we looked at PS5 launch and we were hopeful that maybe it'd be announced that it'd be able to be fully backwards compatible, like play everything from beginning to end. Like, will PS6 be the one that finally does it? I feel like they're holding out on this feature.
well, do you want to transition to the next piece?
Please.
Because yeah, Persona comes out in March. By the way, March 7th, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me let me fact check myself. I don't wanna sound like a moron here. Let's see, Persona. I don't see it here. Let's look it up again. So, coming to Steam and 17th, not the 7th. So March 17th. Um, yeah. So last Friday, morning after we recorded. Give me a second. Did I just click on ad here? I did. So, um, it came out it was out in the news that uh, PlayStation is indeed working on a rival to Xbox Game Pass that would include PS1, 2, 3, and 4 games, right? Or is it 1, 2, and 3? No. Yeah, one, two, three, and PSP. So, um, so they're working on some sort of I guess program or service that would allow you to play a library of PS1, 2, 3, and PSP games on a PS5. Um, I'm guessing that this service is going to also be available on PS4, given that there's 100 and almost 120 million PS4s out there. So, yeah, very interesting. I don't know if it's going to be streaming, if it's going to be some sort of like soft client that you'll download, and then from there you'll launch the games. Kind of like what the I think the Wii U did, where you can just put it on Wii mode and you can play Wii games on it. So I'm not sure what this is gonna be, but Joel, what do you think, man?
I think this is great. I think this is exactly what needs to happen. Like I don't I think this it's only like it was only a matter of time before, right? Like something like this was going to be announced. It'd been already rumored for a while. Am I wrong to say that? I thought we had talked about before the speculation.
I think that was rumored before PS5 came out. So
Yeah.
for the last, I want to say about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean like no, would you get this, man?
Um, depends on what the games are.
Mm.
So it depends on
What
the
the
library.
offerings are.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the Switch thing, right? It's like depends on what the library is. I
And the
don't think that
price probably too.
correct. So PS Plus is what 60 a year now, right?
Right.
You can find it's 50% off right now if you're interested on renewing. Um, I think that a service like this is probably worth an extra 30 on top of your a PS Plus. I think they'll round it up and do
Mm.
$100 for
Mm.
everything. And but I gotta see the games, right? I gotta see what the library is. So I'm not willing to just fork it out if you're gonna give me like garbage PS2 games or those terrible early 3D games that are on PS1. So you know you gotta make it worth something. So um, if the
Just want
if
to keep an eye on. Like it's a good
correct.
like exclusive, but more to come.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if the price is right and if the library is right, then for sure, you know, um, I'll probably do it. It may be worth it. If it includes PSP games, of course they said so. So the thing with PSP is interesting. Like I know that your relationship with PSP is very different than mine. I never owned one, but the games that I really wanted to play for the PSP, with the exception of one, I've played, which was the Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep, and the Dissidia, Final Fantasy games. Uh, so the Kingdom Hearts I played on the collection, the 2.5 or whatever, for PS4, and then the Dissidia games I could play it on Vita. So I bought those two, played it on Vita, got those. So the only one that I've never played that I really want to play from the PSP library is Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. But that game is trapped into like a licensing nightmare scenario with like a likeness of a singer and all that stuff. So uh, I don't think we'll ever actually see a proper port of that. If we see it, there may be differences. Um, we'll see. So, um, but yeah, I mean, it's cool that they're adding PSP. I hope that they don't forget about the Vita because Vita had great games, man. And I would really want to see some of those Vita games like Freedom Wars and the Uncharted game that never came out. Anything, it's trapped on the Vita, right? Um,
Yeah.
those games I would like to see have a new life. So
And that's where I am the opposite of you because I never had the Vita, and a couple item games I got to play, sure, that on PS4, but like it wasn't the same. So there's still game things I haven't got to go back to and actually play. So yeah, I'd like to see that also included, like for sure.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if the PS1 and PS2 games are right, and even the PS3 games, like I'm assuming it's probably gonna have the Uncharted stuff, and well, of course you can play that on the collection, but it may have some of the other like games that are really trapped on PS3, like MGS4 and all that. So that could be that could be worth it. So yeah, I guess it's a wait and see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So
Reggie's out on the
I
stage.
saw that. Yeah, Reggie. Um, yeah, I saw that Reggie was at a Microsoft event recently. I don't know if you saw that.
No,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wow.
Yeah, he was presenting something at a Microsoft event.
Hanging out with the
Yeah, well, he
competitors.
well he's hanging
I
out
mean,
with
he's no
everyone. He's
longer, it
no
doesn't
longer there.
matter.
He's retired.
It
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
yeah. he's,
That all
he's,
goes out the
he's
window.
retired. So yeah, yeah. I'm gonna leave the Star Wars stuff for last because we can transition with that.
Okay.
But let's talk about yeah, I guess Marvel TV because we this should have been our proper transition after talking Hawkeye. But it's confirmed that Daredevil will be in the MCU, confirmed by Feige himself, and again we all saw that picture. So they're not. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the article doesn't specifically say that Charlie Cox is back as Daredevil. Is that Daredevil will be
No, he
included?
does actually.
Oh, he does.
So
Okay.
yeah, so like the headlines started going around saying stuff, but it all stemmed from an interview. It's on video. So they were like doing the press tour with Pascal and Feige, and this guy, I think it was Cinema Blend, I think was the ones that asked it. But anyways, they went out and they in their interview with the press tour, they on video were like, "Hey, will Daredevil be back and will be Charlie Cox just straight up?" And his exact quote think I have it here in the article, was something like in future projects, Daredevil shows up, it will be Charlie Cox. So for sure, Daredevil will be showing up, and not only will Daredevil be showing up, same actor. Like to your point, Obed, yes, like we've all seen the picture. Unfortunately, not I don't. I'm not happy to say I've seen the picture, but
I didn't mean to. I just saw it. It was
yeah,
there.
it happened, guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The internet's a crazy
I
place, but
know.
like having him back, I'm happy. It's only the right thing. Like it seems like they really are taking hold of the Netflix stuff. Kingpin's gonna, like I'm saying, he's probably gonna be showing up next week for episode 5 of Hawkeye. We Jessica Jones, I think, is supposed to be in the She-Hulk series. Rumors were,
It's
at
been
least.
rumored, yeah.
Yeah. So, like this, and Punisher maybe even has his own series. There's been speculation on whether it's there or Hulu or something like that. But like, I like to see that they're still continuing on with the people that were good. Now you see, the only one that's never mentioned is Iron Fist, and that's for obvious reasons.
Well, Shang-Chi, like, yeah, you can just
Yeah.
forget about Iron Fist, and Shang-Chi is what Iron Fist should have been. And
If they really want to bring Iron Fist, it could be like several years from now, but they don't need to do anything right now.
yeah, yeah, they could. Yeah. I see that I'm lagging here a little bit. I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah, you're lagging on my side a little.
let me
Strange.
check. Let me check
Probably got
my.
all those Chrome tabs eating
Oh,
up your
Chrome
cookies,
tags,
man.
dude. Yeah, I mean CPU usage right now it's good, so I
I
don't
mean, you're broadcasting the show.
plus watching plus watching Game Awards. So no, I'm good. I don't know what's going on. My internet's good.
Huh.
Um, yeah, that's
Well, at
weird.
least those of you listening to us on podcast versions,
Yeah.
you get
So
the best quality
so
quality. Sorry, guys.
yeah, I'm gonna go a little IT here in a second. So you know how you should reboot your computer? So
We were just having this
yeah.
conversation.
Well, I mean, I haven't used my desktop in like 3 days because I've been at the office pretty much every day, um, and I'm showing my uptime is 18 days. I just turned it on today, so
Wow.
that means that Windows is doing that weird Windows 10 thing that doesn't really shut down. So, let me try. Give me
So
one
guess what I
second.
just did recently? I just
Yeah.
updated mine to Windows 11.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I did the Windows
That's
11 update. Seamless.
that's why you
Absolutely
broke it.
seamless. I broke it. It's the Windows 11 upgrade. No, it's actually been quite seamless. So I'm actually I'm actually okay with it so far.
Okay.
Um, you know, obviously I think I've become more Mac in my later as time goes on, but Windows is fine.
More Mac oriented.
More Mac oriented.
Yeah. Oh, what the heck's going
They're
on
like
with my
super
camera?
zoomed. Wow.
Whoa, camera, take it easy.
Okay, Obed.
So
Hello to
so that
the
fixed
face
it.
of Obed.
So that fixed my lag, but the heck's wrong with this
I
camera?
mean, it's not the worst thing.
Yeah, man, haven't had technical difficulties in a while.
It went
It truly is the Galactus Star Cruiser of podcasts.
that literally needs to be the title of this episode,
Yeah,
man.
right. There you go. Let me check my video settings. Hold on. Let me
Wow.
disable HD
This
here.
is bizarre, man.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
If
usually you.
Obed's having technical issues, guys, then
It's
it's gotten
bad.
real.
Yeah. Anywho, so
Obed's the guy I'm supposed to go to have to help me with my issues. So if he's having the issues,
right. Yeah, I don't wanna have to disconnect here, but this looks weird. I may just put a picture of myself hanging out at Disney or something. Or you can talk to a picture. There we go.
you and
I'll leave it. You
Mickey.
know what? I'm zoomed in and I'll leave it. I'll leave it because it's
Yeah,
working. All right. It's this Windows thing. It's possessed. So
this is hilarious.
hey guys, I don't know if you can see me. It's like I got this gigantic face now. Hey,
What's up, Modoc?
Modak. So, oh, let's see.
Did you hear about that?
the what?
The Modoc stuff?
The Modak from Hulu?
No,
No.
yeah, but no, allegedly like the same guy that put out the stuff about Kingpin being in Hawkeye early on, all this stuff. Allegedly, Corey Stroll, who played Yellow Jacket, um, will become MODOK in a future
Really?
project.
Oh
Take it with a grain
wow.
of salt.
Interesting.
We're not calling this an exclusive, but we're hearing from other people
Exclusive.
that
World
there's
premiere.
yeah, right. But yeah, Corey Stroll, who played Yellow Jacket, will still be Yellow Jacket who becomes MODOK.
Okay. Interesting.
That's a rumor. If I had to
Interesting.
guess, it'd probably be the next Ant-Man.
Cool. Speaking of Modoc, just real quick, because you saw that video from CEO over the weekend, with
Yeah,
the grandma.
Granny.
Yeah, grandma playing what was it? It was Modoc, Spidey, and Sentinel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
go
grandma.
grandma, man. It's never too late, bro. Yeah. So I was watching that and I was like, man,
Amazing.
I should start playing Street Fighter again. Maybe I can go to
If
CEO.
Granny can do it, Obed, you can. Come
Bro,
on.
if Granny had the balls to go to CEO,
She didn't care.
man,
She didn't care,
I
bro.
could I could I
If
could
Granny do it, come on,
I
Obed.
could go and at least not get a perfect, and I'll be happy with myself and
And
have a
live with
good
the rest
time.
of it.
Yeah, and have a good time.
You know I'd be there getting video of you, man. You know it's gotta happen.
Nice, nice. Thanks, dude.
I'll
This
go
moral
everywhere.
support. Yeah, even if we just fall short. So, yeah, yep. Good stuff. So yeah, they're still showing more stuff on the Game Awards. If anything else of note shows up, we will talk about it. So far, they said they confirmed that Forspoken is coming out in May. They said spring, right? They didn't give us a date, but May 24th,
No, yeah.
2022. This game looks really good. Um, I don't know. I may pre-order, depending on. I'll have to watch a preview, but it looks really good, and it's the Final Fantasy people. So, I mean, it's the Final Fantasy 15 team. So, uh, I may just give it a chance and pre-order. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff coming out. It's too
Yeah.
much, dude. It's good, right?
Yeah.
It's like I'm not complaining because there's when it comes to games, there's definitely a lot coming out, and it's all great. So it's all very good. All right. Do you wanna go
Sorry.
on the
This is hilarious.
do you wanna go on the rant? Why? It's like Modoc here. Hey, hello, hello there.
Oh my God.
So so do you want to go? Oh, there we go. It's not too bad. We can probably just get
There,
the
yeah.
mic a little bit closer over here. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
There we go. That's better.
We can see your neck. That was-
I was a disembodied head.
you
I was
were
like
just a
Ant
head
Man and
floating.
What If.
It's just
I was a
it
head
was
in a
right up
jar
in there.
talking. Oh, that's great. That's great.
Oh man.
You know what? We
If you're
haven't
watching
had
the video, guys, you're getting a show today.
we haven't had one of these in a while. We've
No,
been very structured and very
yes.
professional for the last few weeks. So
That's very true.
it's we deserve this one. Um, all right. So Star Wars Eclipse. This is the game that Quantic Dream was working on. That was rumored, right? Um, I just wanna say something, Joe. And it's gonna sound crazy, right? Because I know that a lot of people poke fun at Quantic Dream and David Cage and all this stuff and whatnot. But how come third parties like Quantic Dream, EA with Fallen Order, how come third parties get Star Wars more than Lucasfilm does?
Wow.
How can a third party studio, right, gets how Star Wars should look more than the people that own Star Wars?
Insanity, man.
And we didn't talk about it last week. We talked about it after the show ended, and I mentioned that I watched Star Wars Theory's reaction to the Galactic Star Cruiser trailer that they put out there. and how cringe it was. I was like, oh man, I don't know if you saw it, but that trailer was really cringe, and Theory didn't like it. Next day, watched some more like people reacting to it. Everyone was cringing. Next day, videos down. Like Disney takes down the video. Um, allegedly, right? Um, this thing was supposed to be booked for like 4 months solid, based on what Bod was saying. And after the video came out, the following day, you could go and find dates, like availability for it. So, um, people started canceling, man, and that's when that's when that's the reaction to the trailer that you put out there, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Although
Uh,
I might also argue how many like I'm not trying to call Disney liars, but like how embellished were those numbers? Like, because I don't
well, the
like in
thing
the
is
sense
that
of people actually signing up.
you could look on the website and there was no availability.
Yeah,
So
it's a hard. It's just the pricing format for it. Like I
I
and then
yeah,
I think to me that's my biggest issue with what that video showed was it's like, okay, you're gonna spend all this money. Let's go watch this video and see how I'm gonna be
I ain't
sent
getting
to another
nothing.
world and it's gonna be amazing and I'm gonna just live in Star Wars. And it's like this very strange Star Wars like, Star Wars Halloween themed party almost like it felt like. I don't know how to phrase it, but it
It's
felt like it
yeah,
was like
it's like a LARPing convention kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, like it's the spirit of it, but it's a knockoff. It's not. It didn't feel official. Like it didn't feel like this is from the actual people
That's what
who
I'm
were
saying.
supposed to be doing this.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this
it's
looks
the
like,
Walmart brand,
bro.
version.
So I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what this to me was, right? And I watched the trailer when it was out. To me, this looked like someone watched The Fifth Element
Oh.
and just was like, oh, the cruise line ship in Fifth Element. That's what I want. But make the hulls look like Star Trek, and that
No sense. I would say I would also say like you saw the video. I think I texted to you like on their like during their D23 thing that they had where the guy was showing the lightsaber and like he was doing the
oh
whole
yeah.
like train thing. I thought that looked pretty cool. Like I'm not gonna lie,
But
that looked pretty good.
here's the thing, right? That some nerd with a laser pointer and a Raspberry Pi can make that at home.
No, you're not wrong. It wasn't like, oh my goodness, I need like yeah, no, you're not wrong. I mean, I have the Jedi Challenges AR thing. That's basically the same thing. I put my headset on, I got my laser sword, and I'm doing my thing. Um, no, I know what you're saying. Like I'm just saying, like of all the things that looked okay, but like when you watch this one just shows like the cantina looking place, which it's supposed to be. I don't know. It has this. Let's control the spaceship, but the spaceship doesn't look like a. It looks like a spaceship. It doesn't look like a Star
It looks like
Wars
like
ship.
the bar from the Star Trek's Next Generation.
Yeah,
Looks like, yeah.
I don't
It just
know.
doesn't look like Star Wars, man. And that's
So
what I'm
so
saying. It's like
like I don't
how.
want to.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I would say like I don't want to like talk too personal, but like I just finished working on some stuff that actually involves Star Wars for our profession. Okay. And like we're having discussions around what kind of elements need to be included to make this Star Wars like, right? And we some of the things we talked about was like the obvious, the Millennium Falcon, lightsaber ignitions. I was like the Death Star is like iconic, like little assets and things that are important. I don't. like there should be inspiration, even if you are taking some liberties. There needs to be some inspiration that's very apparent. I don't know what they were pulling from with this, except for things that were not Star Wars.
Yeah.
And now you're freezing up again on me, by the way. So now
Yeah.
I've got your head zoomed in and you're
So, all
freezing
right,
up.
all right. Let me hold on. All right, we'll keep it sound only. So I look too ridiculous. So, man, I don't understand. Like we're saying, right? It's like how come third party studios understand Star Wars more than Lucasfilm themselves? It's to me that's like I don't get it. The Star Wars aesthetic is like it's not there, and then and then cherry on top, Joe, we get Captain Karen or whatever her name is. I don't call us what now. You know what? We're gonna. You don't like her because she's a female. No, we love
Oh, I
Leia
know. It's not,
and
yeah.
Ahsoka,
We,
and then
yeah.
come on. Um, it's just like, bro, it's like two on the nose, and I just don't. I'm
Yeah.
over it, bro. I'm over it. It's like, you know what's really like, what really kind of stinks about all of this, right? Um, so when Bob Iger took over as CEO, one of the things he wanted to change was that Disney did not have enough IPs to attract boys and young men because it was all the castle and the princesses and the whole thing, right? Then he goes against Marvel, right? Um, Marvel as an entity itself has both male and female superheroes, right? And that's great. It's perfect. But then we come to Star Wars and we got like freaking Luke Skywalker, dude. He's like
Yep.
childhood hero.
He's an icon.
And then no, I'm supposed to like this Captain Karen or whatever her name is more than Luke, and now she's involved with like behind the scenes, like she probably was the one that loaded the proton torpedoes on Red 5 when the Death Star blew up. And I don't know, man. It's just that I'm just it's too on the nose. It's too much, too on the nose, and like someone needs to know, right? It's like how can you treat the fans this way? It's like every time you do something, it's like it's who is this for? Because this is not even for new fans. Like, so this is not for fans that are OG fans like myself, like original trilogy guys. This is not for fans like you who grew up with the prequels. Who is this for? Like,
So Obed, correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't this have been better if this would have been like an Imperial like cruiser, like you're like not necessarily a prisoner, but you're, like, stuck with the Empire. You've got clone troopers walking around. Maybe Darth Vader comes out when you have dinner, maybe. I don't know. But
this should have been a diplomatic mission to Alderaan on a Corellian
that's
Corvette.
not bad. Yeah.
Make the hallways look at the freaking Tantive 4. That's what you do.
See, but you know what
I gotta turn on
somebody
my
probably
camera, bro,
said?
because you gotta see my emotions. Hold on. Even if they're
Here
choppy.
we go. Here we go.
Let me see if this works.
Oh my gosh, it's still blacked out.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with my camera. I think my camera died like yours.
Oh
Because you had to
yeah,
buy a new camera.
I did.
I think mine just bit the dust. Yeah.
Oh man.
So I gotta make an investment tomorrow on this.
Oh.
Um
Yeah, I
yeah.
know that's actually a very smart call.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what this should have
the
been.
thing that they would probably say to you is, younger fans don't care about, Princess Leia and Episode 4,
What?
New Hope. And that's the kind of thinking you can tell because I mean that's the same thing that reason why they didn't do Tatooine and they chose to do, what they did
So,
with Galaxy's Edge.
and you know
And
what?
I don't
Mhm.
hate Galaxy's Edge. Like I still think it's cool. But if I'm the guy in charge and I hear Tatooine or Galaxy's Edge, I'm picking Tatooine.
So the thing with Galaxy's Edge that I like, right, is that it's neutral. It's not in the prequels. It's not in the OT, and it's not on the sequels. It's a
But
neutral
Tatooine
ground.
also is in both. I mean, to
Well,
some
Tatooine's on
extent.
everything, right? But you made it a new location, that's neutral to all the proper to all the trilogies, and that everyone can enjoy, right? So I appreciate that. But when it comes to dude, it's like, yeah, you're in the diplomatic mission, and then you get sucked in by the freaking the what do they call it,
The
the
Empire.
yeah, the tractor beam. You get sucked in by
Yeah.
the tractor beam. I was like, oh, we're getting sucked in by the tractor beam. Doors open, stormtroopers come in. It's like, you need to have your IDs, and we're gonna check your bands or whatever, right? Like they scan your band, and it's like, you're good. Go back to your room, and they say, and that sort of thing. And it's like, and on your way back to your room, you get stopped by one of the characters, and goes like, hey, listen, I got this thing. I'm gonna give it to you. When you get to Batu, you have to take it to this place. And that, bro, are you
That's
freaking
bringing
kidding?
the adventure to life.
Exactly.
Wow.
What are you doing? Why am I sitting
Wow.
here? Why are we still
Ovid just
here
gave
just to
away a free
suffer?
idea to the Disney Imagineers.
Bro, I'm honestly, man, and it gets me because again, Star Wars is my favorite thing ever. My number
Yeah.
one property, my number one favorite property, and it gets me that these people don't freaking get it, dude. They don't get it. It's like it's super simple. It's like this is so simple, man. It is so simple, and then they overcomplicate this and create this Star Cruiser. And Captain Karen should have been a freaking Mon Cala, bro. Make it like legit. It's like we're going into hyperspace, and come on, dude. It's like you got characters roaming around. Characters stop you. It's like, hey, I'm going to encrypt this thing on your band. When you get to this location inside the ship, just upload it to the main terminal or whatever. Right? That
That'd
sort
been
of thing.
awesome.
That's what you need to do. But
Yeah,
no,
bro.
it's like, oh, go to the bar and go to this singing, like go to the Fifth Element
The
knockoff
fucking
lady.
yeah.
And man, I just what the
Like how
heck,
cool
bro?
would that have been? Because they also could have brought in Rogue One too. Like if you have a kind of bridge between,
Yeah.
like when you first get there, you like, you hear about there's this rebel squadron that's, going to battle or whatever, and you maybe get a video message from, Jyn Erso or something. I don't
There
know.
was a rumor out there that Kylo Ren actually helped the Resistance, and that sort of thing, right? It's like you hear rumors
So
on the
many
hallway, and
possibilities, man.
yeah, but no, it's like you come in, bro, and I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna blow your freaking mind, right? I'm watching some of this reaction stuff and people talking about the Star Cruiser, and my daughter's with me watching the video, and she sees a picture of the room, and she says, "It's like that's the room." I was like, "Yeah." Why is it so small? It's
Wow.
like 7-year-old telling you what's wrong with your room
And
already.
you don't pay two, 300, 400, 500, dude. The thing is ridiculously expensive.
I don't.
Was it 3 grand a person or something crazy?
Something like that. Um,
Can't
like a
even. Like,
family of three is like 5,800 for like a two adults, one child. Um, and it includes the what is it all food inside the thing and Galaxy's Edge or Hollywood Studios ticket. Um, and what's crazy is that it's not even a full 2 day thing. You check in at 1 in the afternoon and you have to check out at 9 in the morning. After the second night, it's not worth it, dude.
no.
So you can get like, dude, I would go to Tokyo Disneyland for that money. I would probably take my family to Tokyo Disneyland with $6,000,
And you would love
and I
that,
would
bro.
probably have a better time than doing the Galactic Star Cruiser.
It's painful.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just don't know what the. I just don't know, man. It's so confusing and baffling that again we saw that trailer for Star Wars Eclipse, and that's like greedy, like Star
Yeah.
Wars, like sort of like Mando sort of thing, and it looks
It's the High
incredible.
Republic too, which has not been the most,
Correct, yeah.
well received by some of the fans, but that looks great.
Yeah, it looks excellent. And then we get, Full in Order, who like they nail the Star Wars aesthetic and bringing in new characters while at the same time keeping, being faithful to the, I guess the visuals and the lore. But no, man, this thing is crazy whack, man. I just, I really don't know. It's crazy, and it gets me right because I love Disney, and every time I watch, like that series, that Imagineering series on Disney Plus is excellent, excellent, because you can tell that these people are really inspired. But this thing is like the most uninspired thing that I've seen Disney do in a very long time. Like this is like California Adventure level bad, in my
Mm,
opinion.
yeah.
Like I just don't know. It Everything looks wrong. Like it doesn't belong, right? This is like, oh, let's go ahead and make all the let's take all the sci-fi stuff out there, mishmash it into Star Wars, and we'll create this hotel thing.
No.
So I don't know. It's been disastrous. I mean, it's so bad. I mean, Disney they don't walk back their stuff, and they removed that video. That's
It's
how
too
bad it's
much.
been. That's how
Yeah.
bad it's been. I don't know if they're going to try a different approach. It's too late for them to change the aesthetics, but it's not too late for them to change the experience, right? And if word of mouth is like, no, like the trailer paints one thing, but this thing is legit, like then that will be what the saving grace.
Gotta watch those Disney bloggers the opening week.
Oh yeah, yep, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, crazy stuff. I don't know. Uh, Again, like who's approving or even who's designing this stuff? Again, this is such an easy like no brainer thing, man. It's like 10 to 4. You get the plans, take it to this other place. Like Star Tours has a better like cohesive Star Wars narrative
Yeah.
to and it's random generated
Well,
and he has
remember,
a
Star
better
Tours had
story.
George Lucas.
Yeah.
George was extremely involved in that
Yes,
process.
on both. Yeah, on
Yeah,
both the
like
original
it
and the redo. Yeah.
in the redo. Like
Yeah.
right now, George ain't involved in this. George would have completely been like, no, if we're gonna make a hotel, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, he would have made it like a hive of scum and villainy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
honestly, yeah, that's what
And
it
it
would.
would have been awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, you don't have to go all the way into like scum and
No.
villainy, right? But you have to know your thing, right? It's like you're on this thing, man. This is like a dude. It's like I came up with with a better idea for the entire concept in like the last 15 minutes, and I'm doing it for free. So you know, Disney, hit me up. So
Literally. Call the
literally,
man.
like I'm not playing. Uh, Man, so
Yeah.
pretty crazy. Game Awards is still happening. I don't know if there's going to be any more announcements. Apologies, guys, because this episode has truly been like the Star Cruiser podcast.
Take the video down.
It took my video down.
It literally took your video
I
out.
had to take my video
So
down.
frustrated came to see him.
Oh man.
Obed can't even show his face right
I even
now.
try. Oh, real quick. Do you see the Halo reviews? Very good.
No, I did not.
No,
They're
yeah,
good?
it's got 9s and 10s.
Very
It
good.
seems to be good. Good for them, man. Yeah,
Nice.
Xbox. They needed this this push. With Forza and Halo, sales were on the Series S was good, so they needed it. They needed it because Sony's gonna have a big year next year, so they needed this early, like next gen push. So good for
Good for
them.
Microsoft. Good for these
Yeah,
guys.
good for them, man. So
Yeah.
campaign is coming when?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, but yeah, no, the multiplayer is it's out now, and it's supposed to be very good, very very good. So yeah, good stuff, sir. Always a pleasure, even with technical
Even,
difficulties and
even
us
though I can't
rambling.
see you, it's been great.
Yeah, you can't see, you can see me through the force.
Yes,
There we
yes.
go. Um,
Learn to commune with you as Obi-Wan learned to commune with Qui-Gon Jinn.
there you go. All right, man. So yeah, that's what we got. If you want to just go ahead and wrap it up.
Absolutely. Thank you all for sticking with us, even with these technical difficulties. If you're watching the video version or trying to, at least, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on our Twitch account, No Load Time Altogether. Also, we broadcast the Facebook Live, so follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at No Load Time. That's at No Load Time altogether. We also encourage you, if you have the ability to follow us on our podcast platforms, audio platforms. We're on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud. So go ahead and subscribe to us on your podcast platform of choice. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, we'd love to hear from you. Send an email to noloadtime@gmail.com. That's noloadtime@gmail.com. We're really excited. Obviously, we got Spider-Man coming up. It's funny. Usually, we had Star Wars,
Yeah.
holiday special
Yep.
tend to be a little time tradition. Not talking about that holiday special, but that used to be a tradition of ours, and it seems like we're gonna have to have a little Spidey one that will be coming up for our next episode. So that will be pretty special, guys. And we got a lot of great stuff coming up for going into the new year. We should be featured in a magazine. More to come on that. But yeah, everyone stay tuned, stay following us, share this with your friends and family. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on our next episode.
Thank you guys. Stay safe. We'll see you again next time.